before I get the politicians in, actually start with you, Tavleen. You said there were lessons for both sides here. What are those lessons? That's the argument you've made in the Indian Express. Tell our audience, what are the lessons?
Well, I think that for the opposition, since they're meeting, the lesson has to be that they must come up with a narrative that goes beyond attacking Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi's popularity in the world is considered, he's got a 77% popularity rating. So to attack him personally, I think is not making a narrative. And what I don't understand about them is, why don't they pick up real issues? Like, for instance, Delhi just drowned last week. Where were the opposition leaders? Did they go out and help the people whose homes have been destroyed? We didn't see any sign of them. Even the Aam Aadmi Party's camps are not visible. So I don't see them actually bringing up either a new narrative or picking up issues that they could really take this government to task for. So, they can meet, as far as I'm concerned, they can have these meetings and, have dinner with Sonia Gandhi tonight and all that sort of thing. But I don't see any progress in terms of actually having a narrative that they can take to the people.
Okay. Is there, before I go to Mohandas Pai, a lesson for the BJP though, Tavleen?
Oh, yes, I think that the BJP has become their leaders now speak with an arrogance that is quite unpleasant. And, the Parivarvad thing that has been actually the leitmotif of Mr. Modi's campaign no longer works, because those same people that you've accused of coming from Parivarvad, become completely non-Parivarvad as soon as they join the BJP. So, I think that the BJP needs to step down and examine whether they have a new narrative. I don't think they do either. You can't go back to the people with what you did in 2019, and nor can you go, of course, Mr. Modi's popularity is without question, but what are you giving them that you didn't have for them in 2019? I don't actually know.
Yeah. Mohandas Pai, this opposition meeting is being held in your home state of Karnataka. Obviously, a political point is being made. There is the most recent win for the Congress party. I saw you nodding in agreement with Tavleen a couple of times. What leaps out at you? By the way, we have to say all the media attention is on the opposition meeting. But as I said on Tuesday evening, the NDA, which the Congress is calling a ghost that has been brought out from the past, is also being, literally taken out from the history books and being revived. Do you think the BJP is slightly nervous? What do you think, Mohan?
Well, first of all, Barka, I totally agree with Tavleen. She's made a fantastic analysis. India has suffered from an effective opposition in the last 5 years. Their hatred for Prime Minister Modi has dominated the narrative. For example, in Parliament, they pass a budget of 45 lakh crores without a debate. So much of spending happened. There is no debate in Parliament. Parliament, they shut it down for the flimpiest reasons, etc. And India has suffered because people do not see them as a strong opposition. So India requires a very strong opposition for a democracy, and we need it. And it's good to see that all these people are coming together. Now, as far as the opposition is concerned, like Tavleen said very rightly, they need a narrative. Nobody knows what they stand for. They're a group of very disparate people. Many of them failures in their own state, like a Mamata or a Nitish Kumar or a AAP, etc. They're all coming together. It's a power game. Everybody knows it's a power game. They yet to agree on what is common for everybody. And I think they yet to agree in seat sharing, but it's good they come together. Now, for the BJP, there has to be a very clear message. They have written on the back of Narendra Modi's popularity. He's extremely popular. He's done a great job in running this country. But as you saw in the Karnataka election, local issues dominate. Local leaders are important. And I think, like Tavleen said, yes, many of them have become very arrogant. They said Modi Bhai will get us all the votes and everything else. Yes, Narendra Modi will get votes. But people want to know, what are you going to do for them for the next 5 years? What are the big challenges you're going to face for them? How are you going to make sure the rough edges of the law and everything is going to be smoothened? And how are you going to be responsive to people? Many of them have become very arrogant. They become distant from the people. They think it's a God-given right to come to power, and everybody will stand up to queue to vote for them. And I think they have to change. Narendra Modi understands that from what I know. He's very humble. He goes, meets people. He's extremely popular, but the party has to buck up. The message to the BJP is very clear. Buck up. Don't mess around like Karnataka, where they were arrogant and they thought they're going to win and they lost. It was written on the ground. Do everything right. Be humble to people. Tell people what you want to do next and fight the battle.